automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Well, just as we do every Thanksgiving Day, the kick is off, and here we go from Detroit. Fielded at the 7. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. Love going to air this out to start. They're taking a shot on this first play. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And the Lions have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
60.
We'll go play action here. It's Milroe. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Second and 15.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
Rig alert. Panther 11, 79 Broncos.
Milroe from the gun. Connects it on the slant. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
First and 10.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here's Milroe, first and 10. Taking a chance at the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Check, smash, Cowboy 80. 70 Rangers. 19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates.
From the gun, Milroe. This is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up third down. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
19 tight.
Milroe throwing on third down. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. Listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10.
Ready?
Shaking off the pick quickly. Who's going to throw? Has it downfield, working the left. Big man showing up the yards. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears making a one-point game. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10.
Come on. Set. 19, 18.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Taken down on that play by Landon Jackson.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffle around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 38-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Ready. Ready.
Again, it's Gibbs. On the move, past the 40. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. You got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
First down throw here from Milroe. Hits him on the out route. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
From the pistol, it's Gibbs. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this, too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Ready. Cut 19. 18. 5 in.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk. It was nearly a big play.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Dragon 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 Lion. Seven Pirates.
To throw, here's Milroe. That's to Laporta again. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down to the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a first and goal.
9 yards.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
19, 76, Cougar 19.
Gibbs is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions break the tie here in the first. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10.
Down. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. They left him wide open. It's complete. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Give him 25 on that play. And it'll be first down Bears.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Ready.
Love with it on first down. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And the touchdown is dropped. He had it for a moment in the end zone, but just couldn't secure it. What a chance for him. That's a rough incompletion to stomach. He was trying to find Ty Felton with that one. So second down coming up. Back to the air. Love. He finds space. Middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bears tie things up at 14.
Harrison Mevis to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Okay.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Throwing now, Milroe. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
The 47-yard line.
Ready.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Back. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Milroe looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
We've set it down from 37.
Come on, come on. Set. 19, Tiger, Dragon 60.
Milroe with it on first. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
17 more yards.
We're 1 quarter closer to some turkey as we reach the end of one on Thanksgiving. We're all knotted up at 14. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance.
Cougar 19, Lions. 7 Pirates. Cup 19. Go.
From the red zone on first. Running in the red zone. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Buffalo 18. 60 Eagles. 79 Broncos.
Here's Milroe to throw. And the defender comes away with it. And the Bears are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created a takeaway.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stops. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Blue, green jack. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Ready? Bronco 80.
Another one for Gibbs. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Lions have a first down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Here we go. Shot. Top.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. No up the middle, none outside either, Brock, so give him just 2 yards on that carry. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Off the play fake, Milrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. Connects on the crosser. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Dragon 60. Let's go. 70, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, 79 Broncos.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Headed out right. That one is caught. Horton has it. It's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Get it. Viking 18. Go.
Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
You can keep your job at the NFL as a D-tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bad when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
To the air, Milrow. Caught quickly on the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. Some more from Ford Field on its way. Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Come on, come on. 70 Lions, 19 Lions.
From the gun, Milrow. This one to Williams out left side. He will not get them to that marker. Heck, all he can do is get back to the line. 4th down.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Here we go, here we go. 60 vices, 60 vices. Check, 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 check. 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. Warrior 70.
Trying for it with Milroe. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he's going to be brought down to the 23-yard line. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on fourth, and they pick up the first down, too.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Cowboy 80.
Milroe from the gun. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. Being able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
70 Timberwolf. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let go.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Space on the right. He's got room. The 30. Into the red zone. And the Bears are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, to put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get some late points and the lead. Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7.
Lions 14. Harrison Mevis to kick off.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
16 yards.
That's 16 on the pickup. And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Hot 70, hot 70. 65 catch, 65 catch. Buffalo 18. Go.
Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Caught by the open man. It's a race down the right side. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions earn the chance to tie before halftime. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
Come on, set, green jack. Stick, hut.
Thrown on first down, Love. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Almost a very quick drive, but the drop kick gives him new life. This is second down.
Here we go, here we go. Red, 38. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Ready, rep, black shot. 52 bull. Check, hut.
Love now on first and 10. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Timeout Chicago. It uses its seconds. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. All set to go now from the 35.
Let's go. Black 40.
Slot man's in motion right.
Ready?
Once more, it's Love. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
This is second and 6 coming up.
Right, blue, set, drill, green, set.
Throwing again. Love. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he can't escape a quick tackle after the catch. Tackles at the 20. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. One last play before the break.
White, red, yellow. Ready?
The final throw before the break. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Harrison Mevis to kick off.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now. Ready?
The give to Gibbs. It's not the 3rd. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is second and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Bravo 80. Ready?
That's completed to the right. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Ready?
3rd and just 2 to go.
65 check. Check. 19 Tiger. Trap 60. Trap 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
18, Viking 18. 19 Lions. Go.
First down throw here from Milroe. Putting down the field, and he's got it. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. There it is, touchdown Detroit. The Lions take the lead right away in half number 2. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill players out. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He lost the football. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like another one of the members of the return team was there, able to dive on it. So a friendly bounce. They'll retain possession.
Awareness, awareness, awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and, most importantly, keeping that possession.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be first down Chicago.
And the Bears first down.
Love from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ty Felton, the intended target. And now they face 2nd down. Back to the air. Love. Completed over the middle. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
To number 83.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here's Love to throw. It is caught left side. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, it's Love. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On the ready.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Fight. Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. Yellow. 43. Ready?
Play fake. It's Love. Throw left side, complete. He's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
4. Ready.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Stick it in the air. Love. On the move. Headed right. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears start the 2nd half with some needed points. Nevis now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears tie us up 28-all.
Harrison Nevis to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Get it. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
First play is a design run. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
18 Rodwell. 18 Warriors. 17. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. He goes down. The Bears got him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Got it. Ready?
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
70 Timber, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come 19, come 19. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Has a left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I'd call it about the 12-yard line.
Okay.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Second and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Love now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure of earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They moved the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Takes it in at the 21. Makes the tackle. And that return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. Just 1 quarter standing between these teams and Turkey in this Thanksgiving contest. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 by
Drive begins with Gibbs. Bringing in his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
tag. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Screen here for Gibbs. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Buffalo, let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. Mustang 19. 18. Pioneer.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th downs.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Well, tie game, and they want to be the ones to put this away. They're going for it.
Come on. Hit. Bronco 80. 19 Lions. Warriors 70. 79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Trying for it with Milroe. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the 1st.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go. 18, run. Cougar 19. Ready.
Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Cut 19. Ready?
Shotgun now for Milroe. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains!
Gain on the
Gotta
play.
move them chains! Build
That's
momentum
good
and
for
keep
the
that
Lions.
defense on its
First
heels.
down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Let's go now. Chop 60, chop 6, 19, 18. Hey, got him. Ready, ready?
Here's Milroe to throw. He's got a man left. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
By number 12.
The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
Brings up 2nd
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's down to the 36 with almost enough for that first down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 3rd down.
Cougar 19. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Go.
He's back to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Intended for
No luck
Jameson
finding his
Williams.
receiver that time.
Incomplete.
And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Need to keep this drive going. Here's 4th and inches.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Dragon 60. Riggs, Riggs. Seven Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let go.
Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, partner. Talk about a huge play there to extend this drive. We reach the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions in range for a game-winning score. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Running it with Gibbs. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second and goal from the 9 here.
Here we go. Set. 70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
There's a give, left side. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and
You know what that play shows me defensively, Kate? That this group was on it. Situationally, they were aware the wide receiver could touch it in the red zone, and they were all over it.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
They'll run. It's Gibbs. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. And they've made it 4th and goal.
it's now
The Bears decide to call their
4th
first
and
time
goal.
out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minutes.
You know what I love about that kick? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10.
3. Let's go. 33. Yep, ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Let's go now. Black Ultra. Yellow. 43. Ready?
Back to throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Got it.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. He'll look to throw it. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
First down.
Clock is working against them as they hurry up to the line.
The Bears first
Go.
down.
17.
So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And they're going to get to celebrate both the Thanksgiving holiday and the victory over the coming days, with more time than normal coming up between games. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.